In some of the planet's oldest corners, there are cities born directly from rock. They did not emerge from brick or steel, but from a patient relationship between people and their surroundings. Stone became shelter, structure, and memory. Some were left behind, slowly covered by time. Others are still alive today. Walking through them means feeling the coolness of the rock, the echo of footsteps, and the slow shift of light. Today, we travel through 13 cities carved into stone. Number 13. Uplistsikhe, Georgia. In the valley of the Kura River, east of Georgia, the rock opens in silence to reveal Uplistsikhe, a city carved more than 3 millennia ago. From a distance, the landscape appears calm, almost empty. But as you approach, passageways, chambers, and terraces emerge, revealing a complex life carved directly into sandstone. Its name, which can be translated as the Lord's Fortress, reflects the spiritual and political importance it held in ancient times. Uplistsikhe was not built upward, but inward. Its inhabitants carved homes, ceremonial spaces, and storage rooms connected by corridors that follow the natural form of the rock. Walking its paths feels like moving through a labyrinth, where light enters unevenly, setting the rhythm of the journey. The air is dry, and the ground retains a constant coolness even during the warmer months. As you move forward, the city reveals its bond with the landscape. Natural viewpoints over the valley, wind-exposed areas, and corners sheltered from the climate. Today, Uplistsikhe feels like an interrupted dialogue between humanity and the mountain. A place where stone still seems to hold memory. Number 12. Kandovan, Iran. In northwestern Iran, near Tabriz, the landscape transforms into something almost unreal. In Kandovan, the mountains do not merely surround the village, they are the village itself. For more than 7 centuries, people have lived in cone-shaped homes carved into volcanic tuff, a soft rock formed by ancient eruptions of Mount Sahand. The result is a set of organic forms that appear to grow directly from the ground. Each dwelling has been adapted over time. Inside, the stone naturally regulates temperature, keeping interiors comfortable year-round. As you walk through the village, a particular calm settles in, broken only by quiet conversations and the sound of wind brushing against uneven surfaces. Kandovan is not a museum or a ruin frozen in the past. It is a living place where tradition and adaptation coexist effortlessly. Doors, windows, and paths follow the logic of the mountain, not that of modern architecture. Here, exploration does not mean observing from the outside, but understanding how people learned to live within stone without imposing their own shape upon it. Number 11. Vardzia, Georgia. In southern Georgia, a rock face stretches across the landscape as if time itself had perforated it. Vardzia is a cave monastery city carved in the 11th century, made up of hundreds of cavities that extend deep into the mountain. From afar, the hillside looks like a geometric pattern. Up close, it reveals a complex network of interconnected spaces. Corridors lead through large chambers, chapels, and communal areas, all carved with a precision that still astonishes today. Light enters gently through carefully placed openings, illuminating walls where paintings and carved details remain visible. The floor, smoothed by centuries of use, invites slow movement. Vardzia was designed as a self-sufficient place, adapted to both the environment and the mountain's natural rhythm. The present-day silence does not feel empty, but contemplative. As you walk its galleries, there is a sense of continuity, as if the stone still carries the original intent of those who shaped it. This is a place that does not impose itself. It reveals itself. Number 10. Derinkuyu, Turkey. Beneath the gentle hills of central Turkey lies a world invisible from the surface. Derinkuyu is a city carved into volcanic rock that descends layer by layer, as if the earth itself had been hollowed out with infinite patience. As you go down, the temperature stabilizes and air flows through ventilation shafts carved with remarkable precision. Nothing here is improvised. Every level reflects a logic of coexistence, protection, and organization. Spaces are connected by narrow passages leading to large rooms, gathering areas, and functional chambers. Massive stone discs perfectly fit it, once sealed entrances securely from within. As you move deeper, natural light fades and silence becomes almost tangible. Derinkuyu was not meant as a temporary refuge, but as a place capable of sustaining life for long periods. Walking its corridors means experiencing an architecture that seeks not to dominate the landscape, but to disappear into it. Here, exploration is measured not in views, but in depth and wonder. Number 9. Mesa Verde, United States. In southwestern Colorado, the land opens into wide canyons where rock walls rise vertically, bathed in changing light. Within these cliffs, ancient inhabitants carved dwellings that seem suspended between sky and earth. Mesa Verde does not reveal itself instantly. It demands attention, silence, and a slow walk to grasp its scale. The structures blend into the stone, using natural ledges for support and protection. Ladders, terraces, and passageways connect spaces that once served as homes, meeting points, and lookout areas. Wind moves through the openings, creating a steady, rhythmic sound that accompanies the journey. From some angles, the dwellings appear hidden. From others, they command the landscape with quiet presence. There is no definitive answer as to why the site was abandoned, but that absence invites reflection. Mesa Verde conveys a sense of carefully balanced harmony between human needs and respect for the land. A silent lesson carved in stone. Number 8. Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. In the heart of Sri Lanka's jungle, a massive rock rises as a fixed point within a constantly moving landscape. Sigiriya stands out for its verticality and for the way it was transformed into a livable space without altering its natural essence. The ascent begins surrounded by dense vegetation, where humid air mixes with the scent of earth. Halfway up, the rock reveals polished surfaces, ancient wall paintings, and traces of gardens designed to interact with the surroundings. Each section of the path offers a new perspective, as if the landscape rearranges itself with every step. At the summit, the horizon opens wide and the jungle seems endless. Sigiriya was not only a fortress, but an expression of control over space and time. Exploration here is both physical and sensory. The texture of stone under your hands, the shifting light at sunset, the silence broken by distant sound. It is a place where nature and human intervention merge into a single form. Number 7. Bamiyan, Afghanistan. In a wide valley surrounded by mountains, the rock is pierced by dozens of caves that follow the land's natural contours. For centuries, Bamiyan was a cultural crossroads where travelers and communities found rest and contemplation. Today, the landscape holds a deep stillness, amplified by its vast scale. The caves carved into the cliffs once served as spaces for retreat, study, and communal life. As you explore them, soft light highlights uneven surfaces and traces of pigments that still interact with the stone. The air is dry and clear, and every sound seems to travel farther than expected. Bamiyan does not rely on imposing structures to convey its importance. Its strength lies in emptiness, in what the landscape suggests without saying. Exploring this valley is understanding how geography itself can become a spiritual space without losing its original form. Here, stone does not speak loudly, but its message endures. Number 6. Hegra, Saudi Arabia. In the desert of northern Saudi Arabia, the sand parts to reveal rock-cut facades carved with a precision that defies the harsh environment. Hegra emerges among isolated rock formations, each structure appearing deliberately placed. Sunlight transforms the stone throughout the day, shifting from soft hues to intense reflections. The buildings present themselves as monumental doorways leading into the rock, where interiors become cool and sheltered. Inscriptions and reliefs decorate the surfaces, creating a visual dialogue between geometry and landscape. Walking among these structures means moving through a space ruled by silence and an open horizon. Hegra does not impose itself on the desert, it accompanies it. Exploration here is slow, almost meditative, shaped by the vastness of the land and a sense of isolation. It invites careful observation, showing how architecture can integrate into even the most demanding environment without breaking its harmony. Number 5. Lalibela, Ethiopia. In the highlands of northern Ethiopia, the land rises until the air thins and the horizon feels close. In this setting, Lalibela appears not as a built city, but as a series of spaces released from stone. The churches do not rise above ground, they descend into it, carved with a precision that turns rock into sacred geometry. The journey begins along narrow paths leading into deep courtyards where temperatures drop and sound fades. Dark, solid stone surrounds the visitor as corridors and passages connect hidden temples. Every surface bears the marks of generations of patient labor, an ongoing effort aimed not at speed, but permanence. As you move forward, the experience becomes introspective. Light enters from above, casting clean shadows on the walls and deepening the sense of retreat. Lalibela does not dominate its surroundings, it integrates with humility. Exploring it is understanding architecture as an act of contemplation, where space invites stillness and listening. Number 4. Matera, Italy. In southern Italy, limestone shapes ravines and hills that seem sculpted by time itself. Within this landscape lies Matera, a city where homes are nearly indistinguishable from the ground that supports them. Facades carved directly into rock form a network of terraces, stairways, and overlapping passageways. Walking through Matera means moving through layers of visible history etched into every wall. The ground feels smooth, polished by centuries of use, and air temperature shifts as you enter ancient interiors. Each space was ingeniously adapted, using the natural shape of stone to create bright, functional shelters. As the day progresses, light transforms the city. At dawn, tones are gentle. By evening, warm hues envelop the stone. Matera is not just a place to observe, but to walk slowly. Its beauty lies in continuity between past and present, in the sense that life has always found a way to endure here. Number 3. Ellora and Ajanta, India. In Western India, stone becomes a monumental canvas, shaped patiently over time. Ellora and Ajanta form a complex of caves that do not seek to dominate the landscape, but to converse with it. From the outside, their entrances appear modest. Inside, they reveal vast, balanced spaces filled with detail. At Ellora, stone was removed from top to bottom, freeing entire temples from a single mass of rock. The result is an architecture that feels seamless, without visible joints, where every column seems to rise naturally. Ajanta, meanwhile, astonishes with walls covered in paintings that retain a calm intensity, preserved by the depth of the caves. The experience unfolds gradually. Each chamber invites a pause, an observation of how light glides over reliefs and how silence amplifies scale. Ellora and Ajanta are not rushed through. They are discovered step by step, like a carved narrative revealing itself to those willing to linger. Number 2. Cappadocia, Turkey. In central Anatolia, the landscape takes on shapes that defy everyday logic. Cappadocia stretches as a wind-sculpted terrain where volcanic rock formed columns, cones, and gentle valleys. Within these formations, people found a workable material for creating living spaces without disturbing natural balance. Rock chimneys conceal cool, quiet interiors. Carved churches, simple rooms, and passageways connect levels that follow the terrain's contours. As you walk, the ground's texture changes and stone color shifts with the light, from pale tones to warm golds. At sunrise, the landscape settles into a special calm. From above, valleys appear as a mosaic of shadows and soft shapes. Cappadocia is not defined by a single structure, but by the continuity between nature and human adaptation. Exploring it means accepting a slower rhythm, where each turn offers a new view of the same scene. Number 1. Petra, Jordan. Between narrow canyons of rose-colored stone, Petra appears gradually, as if the rock were opening with intent. The approach winds through tall walls that filter light, preparing visitors for the moment when space suddenly expands. Then carved surfaces emerge with an almost impossible precision, fully integrated into the landscape. The structures are not added to the mountain, they are part of it. Facades, stairways, and ceremonial spaces emerge from the rock in a seamless flow that challenges perception. As you move forward, the terrain opens into a complex of volumes in constant dialogue. Petra changes throughout the day. Stone reflects light differently with each passing hour, creating an ever-shifting atmosphere. Exploring this place means moving through a space where architecture does not dominate, but accompanies its surroundings. Petra feels alive, not through movement, but through the memory pulsing within its walls. Stone as a silent refuge. Walking through a city carved from rock does not create immediate shock or exaggerated surprise. What emerges first is a deep, almost physical calm. Stone envelops space, softens sound, and regulates air, creating a sense of shelter that is hard to define. This is not empty silence, but a dense, protective one, as if the environment itself were designed to care for its inhabitants. Unlike many modern structures, there is no attempt here to attract attention. No gleaming facades or forced shapes. Surfaces are uneven, honest, marked by time. Everything follows a simple logic: endure, adapt, remain. Architecture does not seek to stand out, but to blend in. It does not compete with the landscape, it accepts it. As you move through these spaces, the body responds instinctively. Steps slow, voices soften, and attention sharpens. Every corner invites focus on small details. A gentle curve in a wall, an opening letting in just enough light, a shadow shifting slowly. Time feels different here, less rushed, more aware. In these places, stone is more than material. It is a silent refuge that supports daily life without imposing itself. A reminder that true strength sometimes lies in discretion, in what needs no explanation to be understood. Cities that learned from the landscape. Many of these cities did not arise from pre-drawn plans or precise blueprints. They were born from patient observation. Before carving, their builders studied how rock behaved, how light moved across surfaces throughout the day, and where wind softened its presence. Only after understanding this natural rhythm did they begin to excavate and inhabit the space. That is why nothing feels out of place. Stairways follow slopes instead of resisting them. Corridors avoid perfect straight lines, choosing curves shaped by terrain. Rooms retain irregular, organic forms, as if they had always existed there. Every decision reflects a careful reading of the landscape rather than a desire to completely transform it. Exploring these places means glimpsing another way of building and living. A time when creating a home required listening, adapting, and respecting surroundings. Architecture did not compete with nature. It conversed with it. Stone provided shelter, relief defined movement, and light shaped space. Walking through these cities is reading a story written without haste. Every wall, passage, and incline speaks of adaptation and patience. They transmit calm and coherence, reminding us that there was once a time when building meant integrating with the land, not imposing upon it. The silence that still speaks. Even though many of these cities no longer have inhabitants, they do not feel abandoned. On the contrary, their silence is not empty. It is presence, a dense calm filled with memory. Closing. These stone cities are not merely remnants of the past. They are examples of how humanity once learned to listen to the landscape and shape it without breaking its essence. Each one offers a different way of living, slower, more attentive, and deeply connected to nature. Now the question remains open. Which of these places sparks your curiosity most? Where would you stop to walk without hurry? Tell us in the comments where in the world you're joining from and which city you would like to explore first. Thank you for traveling with us through stone and time. We'll see you on the next journey, where the Earth will once again share its secrets.